preparing ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு லைவ் ஸ்ட்ரீம்ல once again. யா ஓகேம்மா, இப்போ லைவ் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. சூப்பர். ஓகே, I will share the link. அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி. Alex, with your permission, I will just want to speak with Tamil, okay, and then we can start in English, okay? Because a few of our friends, they have joined that session. I just want to introduce few more people also, okay? And already we introduced that Vijayalakshmi from Malaysia, and one more amazing person. He is a full-time follower of Vallalar, like you. The person from, he's an intense follower. His name is Sari, Sadhari. We used to call Sadhari. He also joined that. And yeah, it's amazing person. ஐயா ஹரியா வந்துடும் ஐயா. முடிஞ்ச வீடியோ ஆன் பண்ணுங்க. ஜஸ்ட் ஓகே 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 சரி, நீங்க ஒன்ஸ் ரூமுக்கு வந்த பிறகு கூட பாருங்க. Are you able to see Alex?
Yes, I'm able to see.
Yeah, his name is Hari. Okay. ஓகே, மா ஆக்சுவலி இப்ப இந்த வீடியோல பேசும்போது அவங்கவுங்களுடைய இது மாறும், இது பண்றதுமா அந்த
சாரி என்னதுயா?
ஓகே, இப்ப நம்ம அந்த இப்ப பேசுறவங்களுடைய இது மட்டும் வந்து நிக்கும்ல, அவங்கள மட்டும் மீட் பண்ணது பேசும்போது மாறும்ல
அந்த வீடியோ பேக்ரவுண்ட் சொல்றீங்களா?
பேக்ரவுண்ட் சொல்றேன், அவங்க பேசினா அவங்க வருவாங்க அந்த மாதிரி.
நான் பின் பண்றேன். யார பின் பண்ணப்ப?
இப்போ நம்ம அலெக்ஸ் பிக் பண்ணுங்க.
ஓகே, ஸ்பாட்லைட் ஃபார் எவரிவன் இருக்குல, அந்த ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு.
அது கொடுத்துருங்க. யார் பேசுறாங்களோ அவங்க. ஓகே. ஹாய் அலெக்ஸ், it's a very very great and warm welcome to India and Tamil Nadu. It's a great pleasure to have you on the Zoom also. Okay. And I'm really happy that you are the person who has been following more than 10 years of Suddha Sanmarga pathway in Italy. And few months before one day I got to know that amazing thing. I'm really happy for that. So I just want to and one more person also, Geeta Ma also, one more person. Actually, this meeting I didn't publish to anyone. Okay, it's a surprisely we got a call and then we started the meeting and just we started the interview and everything. Basically, before this kind of event, I should publish prayer itself also to all over my friends and fellow mates. I will share that, but today I didn't share. But luckily, Vijayalakshmi Amma has shared this thing that we are going to have this session. So, and one more person also from Geeta Krishnan. Geeta Ma is there. She is from Bangalore. She is an amazing follower of Vallalar, and she is also in the call. Ma vandanamma, arutperinjoyi thanipperunga vandanamma.
Vandananga ya vandananga, arutperinjoyi thanipperunga karunai arutperinjoyi vandananga.
vandanamma. அப்ப நம்ம சகோதரர் வந்து அலெக்ஸ் இருக்காரு. நம்ம சகோதரர் அவரு இத்தாலியில இருந்து வள்ளல் பெருமாவுடைய கருத்துக்களை வந்து ரொம்ப தீவிரமா ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. கிட்டத்தட்ட 10 வருடங்களுக்கு மேலாக வந்து அவர் வந்து அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு ஐயாவை பத்தி. பேசுங்க, நீங்க கூட வாய்ப்பு இருந்தா.
ஐயா Alex, please can you share your experience about Sanmarkam?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, like Vino's been saying, I've been following Suddha Sanmargam for around 9, close to 10 years. So I was around 24 years old and now 42. And so basically I was born in a Christian family, and obviously my parents were non-vegetarian. Also, my father is still a hunter, so complete opposite environment for Suddha Sanmarga. And so I was born in a Christian family, but eventually I realized, even when I was a teenager, I started to realize the limitations of religion, like Vallalar said, and because even Vallalar went through many religions himself and said that they give some benefit, but not the ultimate benefit. And so I started myself to ask many questions, like why this God that should be so compassionate allow eternal hell from the Christian perspective, and why some person born rich and poor, and so on. So many things didn't match for me. And eventually I completely said, okay, I'm going into materialism. And so I approached this materialism thing. I became an atheist. I went into science, lots of into scientific stuff, basically. Then I stumbled across a movement. The name was Raelism. They were into physical immortality through clonation. So basically, cloning the body and then transferring the memory, something like that. And they claim that basically we were made by aliens. There was some big drama around it. But eventually, something was missing, because obviously they rejected soul, all those things, until I met a friend that told me he had out-of-body experiences. And I became very fascinated by that. I think I was influenced by the work of Robert Monroe and Robert Bruce also. And so I started to get into New Age spirituality, okay? And I went through all sorts of things, all sorts of paths, very similar to, well, not very similar, but it has some similarities. It was the I Am movement from Saint Germain. That was supposed to be a historic person that achieved immortality as well, an alchemist too, like Vallalar. And but then still I felt like things were missing on this path. So I found some benefit on Indian spirituality, Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma, Vivekananda, Ramakrishna, Yogananda, all of those, Kriya Yoga. And until all of these paths, there was something like they were very speculative. I had no security of following something concrete. And also something deep within me was saying that this aging death was totally unnatural. So I was following, I think before Vallalar, I was into Kriya Yoga of Babaji, of Mahavatar Babaji. I was into that. And until a time a friend of mine told me, hey, there is this saint from Tamil Nadu. He achieved immortality. He's a great saint. So I went to read the Wikipedia page, detail by detail, and I said, wow, this is exactly what my soul has been looking for. This is it. This is it. It was a path about compassion, physical immortality, the transformation of an immortal body, promoting oneness among all living beings. I say, wow, this is exactly what I've been looking for. This is what's been missing on all the paths I've been following. And what's funny, because God's grace is always powering. It's us, the agankara, the impurities that we have, the ego that's blocking the blessing. 2 years before, I found Ramalinga on an online forum, but for some reason, my ego say, "Oh, okay, it's not worth my time for now." So from then I started to follow this path. I don't know if you have any question in specific that you want me to go through, I'll be happy to answer, or I'll just go with the flow depending on what you guys ask me.
I want to know that you
Definitely.
told about
Yeah.
Mr. Alex, he told about some Roberts. Through him only got inspiration about Vallalar, or did you know about Vallalar? Any knowledge about him before you met him? Who was your inspiration actually? How did you know? How did you get the knowledge of Vallalar?
So let me explain. Basically, I was browsing an online forum 2 years before actually getting into Suddha Sanmarga, and there was one person say, "Hey, this person achieved an immortal body. He was not aging. He had all miraculous powers." But I think, I don't know, maybe then for some reason I was distracted and I didn't research about the person. And then what I did, I went into the Wikipedia and I started to research this person. And I was really fascinated because I was reading that there was even a famous photographer named Masilamani Mudalya from Madras. They tried to take pictures of him, and they could not catch him on the photos. And I also was fascinated because there was no photos of him, just portraits or paintings. But the photography was available at that time. And also I was fascinated by the fact that his dematerialization, which was very well documented. So I noticed for some people, this dematerialization, it could be fake. But for me, it resonated a lot. For some strange reason, I say, it really resonated a lot, that dematerialization. Something, I don't know, from the soul. I don't know. There was a bit of skeptical part of me, but my heart was saying, no, this is real. This is real. Please go through it. Study this thing. And I completely went full time into studying this. And so after reading that Wikipedia page, I tried my best to study everything from this saint. But the problem was I didn't know Tamil, which is still a big problem of today for people that want to start Suddha Sanmarga. So for example, if you want to learn about Christianity, if you want to learn about Islam, there's lots of resources in any language. But if you want to learn about Vallalar, it's very, very, very difficult. If you know, for example, let's say English or Italian or any other language, it's very, very difficult. Maybe for other languages. So there is the language barrier of Tamil, definitely. And the bigger problem is that Tamil, now if you want to learn English, nowadays it's very easy. If you want to learn Tamil, like I've been very disappointed because there are no good applications or systems to learn Tamil, contrary to English. And I'm just discovering now the beauty of the Tamil language, how literally speaking it, we hear as we speak it. It's a very, very beautiful language, and I think every human being should speak Tamil. So yeah, this is pretty much how I got into Suddha Sanmarga and how being devoted. If you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer.
வினோத்தையா அவர் சொல்றாரு பாருங்க, அவருக்கு இங்கிலீஷ்ல எதுவுமே திருவருட்பா யாருமே இங்கிலீஷ்ல எனக்கு தெரியாம கேக்குறேன், திருவருட்பா யாருமே இங்கிலீஷ்ல டிரான்ஸ்லேட் பண்ணலீங்களா அவருக்கு? அது அந்த புக்கு எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு சேலம் குப்புசாமி ஏதோ ஒரு புக்கு ரிலீஸ் பண்ணிருக்காருன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் இங்கிலீஷ்ல. இல்லைங்களா?
இல்ல அவருக்கு ஆரம்பத்துல அந்த மாதிரி இருந்ததுமா. அதுக்கப்புறம் இப்ப அவருக்கு எல்லா மெட்டீரியலும் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். அவரே இப்ப வந்து ஒரு புத்தகம் வந்து ரைட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. புத்தகம் கிட்டத்தட்ட வந்து 800 pages. Actually, he already wrote a one book. It's in the process.
ஓகே
It's almost completed. I'm
ஓகே
just proofreading the book because the pages more than 800 pages. Just finished the
ஓகே
book.
ஓகே
Yeah. But what he's saying means learning that Tamil is quite difficult because of you don't have any tools like that. If you want to learn English means there is lot of tools available in the platform now. Resources are there. But when come to Tamil na, it's quite difficult. We don't have any proper tools like that. But it's in a developing stage. That's what he's mentioning.
ஓகே
So
ஓகே ஓகே
don't worry, Alex. We will definitely do whatever it is. Okay. We can definitely tell. Yeah. And I have prepared few questions. Okay. To I just actually the motto of this interview, what is the purpose of the interview? I just frankly tell you, I got a call from Vallalar. Just I got a call. That's why I'm here now. I'm just conducting the interview because your presence should be visible in the Tamil land. Okay, because we have thousands of followers of Vallalar followers are in Tamil land and all over the India and all over the country also. So your voice and your face and your thoughts should be visible to all our friends and family. Okay, that's why we are conducting this interview. And they should know because see, one person from Italy, there is without any support, is solely you are following Vallalar pathway. It's quite difficult from there itself also. But even though you are coming from all the struggles and everything, it's amazing thing, brother. Seriously, when you try to ping me on that day, I'm literally rejected you and refused you also. I do remember that day, but I thought something's kind of scam like that. But after that, you literally you hold the patience and try to keep on pinging me. Really amazing, and thank you for the patience and acceptance also. That's why we are conducting here, and I have made some kind of questions. Okay, we can go by that few questions. Okay,
Sure.
and yeah, basically, I just want to start from the beginning itself. My question, the first question is, what was your first encounter with Vallala's teaching, and what specifically drew you to the Suddha Sanmargam path?
Specifically what? Sorry?
Specifically, drew to you to the Suddha Sanmargam pathway.
Okay, so I already mentioned my first encounter with Vallalar. It was in the online forum, and then after on the by this friend that told me about Vallalar.
Yeah.
And what drew me towards Suddha Sanmargam is something that really deeply resonated. I was always into this. So before getting into Vallalar, I had during meditation, I had an experience where maybe I felt my Atman or higher self, however you want to call it, and I started to get tears of bliss, and I was in touch with this entity, felt pure unconditional love, and this entity. Then I started to ask some questions to this entity, and she told me that it told me that I should follow the path of love, and yes, the path of love. Then I asked about, but what about immortality? Should I follow? I mean, what can you tell me about immortality? And then this entity said, "Don't worry, you shall achieve immortality," something like this. Then, because I was still into the scientific, rational mind, I was still, because I followed that, skepticism, all those things. Then my mind, it came, a thought and said, but is this real? Immediately when I got the frequency of doubt, the channeling was interrupted. However, for 2 days straight, I felt completely blissful. I could stop my parents from fighting with one word. It's something completely changed in me. Then this was obviously a deep experience of when you go into meditative states or you trigger something. And I really felt great. Maybe you could call it Satchidananda or whatever, just a great bliss, a great Ananda, let's say. And what drew me to Suddha Sanmargam was this path of love and compassion towards all living beings. And back in the days when I was younger, 4 years before getting to Suddha Sanmargam, 4 or 5 years, I wanted to take on a vegan diet. It was becoming popular, but my parents immediately say, no, you should not become. It's very I felt heavy resistance on that. So because of that, I didn't stick with veganism. It cannot be vegetarianism, veganism. And so what happened after the Wikipedia page? I immediately became celibate, vegetarian. I tried to follow as best as I could. Okay. But obviously, what is said into these resources that you find online is just the tip of the iceberg, because Suddha Sanmargam and what Vallalar was preaching, it's a very, very deep, expanded topic. Very, very deep. I think we are all still learning what is Suddha Sanmargam. Very, very deep. Okay. So it's not something takes a lot to fully understand Suddha Sanmargam. Even Vallalar, before dematerializing, he said, even my closest devotee, he didn't understand me. Okay. So we're still all learning. We were still in the process of learning what Suddha Sanmargam really is. So in short, what drew me towards Sanmargam was compassion, love towards all living beings, physical immortality, because this pain of dying, getting disease, aging should not be there. We should live very, very blissfully. At least the human beings, they should live very, very blissfully. So this is where we've gone through all these experiences of suffering just to then realize and appreciate the bliss, I think, from my experience.
Amazing, brother. Wow. Really touched my heart. Amazing. And I just want to ask you one more thing. Actually, before since you are hearing about the Vallalar, that time you are being in some kind of job and the family commitments are there. Huh? Can you describe the moment you decided to become a full-time follower? What did that transition look like? When you are being a common man and the commitment is there, and when you are thinking that firmly, I just want to become a full-time follower. Huh? So some kind of transition is there. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, as soon as I read the Wikipedia page, I said, I'm becoming a follower now. There was a transition. Obviously, the ego is always resisting, but I was so like, this is strange because, for example, some people start Suddha Sanmargam, some strong habits, they take their time. For me, even some bad habits, I felt, wow, this person, Vallalar, he was incredible. I want to be like him. And I saw myself and wow, I had such a bad habits, so many bad habits. I should quit them all. And in the beginning, it was very, very painful because I took I've been extreme. Like, no, I'm gonna quit all the meat now. I'm gonna do, not even I'm going to reduce the amount. No, I'm just going to quit today. Soon after reading the Wikipedia page, I got the miracle. Like some bad habits of mine completely went away. Now, because this path is all about discipline, there is also, we have to go step by step. And many things on myself I'm still working on. Many things, because Suddha Sanmargam is about becoming perfect, becoming like a Rupa, okay, not having any vicious thing, any bad habit, okay? So reaching perfection itself. So The transition was very painful because the parents start to not understand you anymore. You have to cut off with a lots of toxic relationships. Even yeah, like I said, parents stop understanding you, like because you become very sensitive to the food. Like, no, I cannot eat onion and garlic. I cannot eat
Yeah.
pizza or pasta. No processed foods. Okay, I
Yeah.
have to follow like this, like this, like that.
Mm.
And I have to take organic food only. And I'm not going to restaurants. Okay, many people I see vegans, they give up being vegan because their friends, they go to the restaurants, they eat meat, so they have too much pressure, and they say, no, I give up. I give up. I go back becoming a non-vegetarian. I've seen this many times. So they were never vegan or vegetarian in the first place, I think. So if you do this, you have to do it for all the living beings, not even for yourself entirely. You have to do it for all the living beings, that you stop causing suffering, okay? Suffering to
Yeah.
the living beings, and by karma to yourself. So,
Yes.
so eventually, yeah, obviously I kept going, because here in Italy to follow in completely Vallalar is extremely difficult. Like, because if you try, I believe in India is far easier than trying to follow fully Vallalar here. So, for example, it's just the issues that I faced. Like, I was very devoted to my body, like many people, but for aesthetic reasons, like going to the gym, and then realizing that obviously, eating a lot, going to the gym, it will ruin the body. So I had to give up that, and I started eating less. I started fasting, and eventually, like, I started, for example, the Annamaya Kosha, the physical, I started to lose a lot of weight. And people will say, wow, you look like a skeleton now. What happened to you? You look like a skeleton. You were into going to the gym, and you had a great body, and now you lost everything. So very very difficult decisions that I had to make, but I realized if I don't do it now, then if I procrastinate, I have to do it in the next life. So I'm gonna do it now. No procrastination.
Yes, amazing.
So really lots of struggles. Then even as of today, it's a continuous struggle. But you do it for the love of for all living beings, and because I really believe that this thing can help a lot all the living beings.
Yes,
I've
definitely.
also I've read your book, Vino, of Alchemy of Supreme Compassion, some time ago.
Thank you,
some years
brother.
ago.
Yeah.
And I remember reading that vision that Vallalar had, where all living beings living happy, no more death, aging, disease, basically heaven. Even the animals being born without poison and stopping to kill each other. So going away from this paradigm of one being has to die for another. And I got really inspired from them. Wow. Well, I really need to do something. If we need to spread this thing, we really need to spread this thing. And also, I found lots of problems in getting the things that Ramalinga recommended, the foods, the herbs, because I was so fascinated by it, and I said, okay, I'm going to even get the foods from India. I'm going to try to do that. And I was getting from other shops, from other places, scattered from Amazon or other shops. Recently, I'm taking from, as I told you, from Vallalar Mission. I thank them a lot from that. Even some things. I'm growing some, I'm not sure if you can see here. I'm growing some things myself.
Wow,
Like,
super.
this is Karisalai. I'm also growing some Puliyarai myself. I'm trying to
Yeah, you already showed me that. Amazing, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are from
And,
US are they're trying to grow that, but it's not growing. But in your home, it's growing. It's really divine. Wow.
yeah. And so yeah, like I said, um, I found the struggle of getting all the things. So some years ago, I say let's start a project, something that teaches about Vallalar to the world, because the world really needs this. It's
Definitely.
incredible that this thing is not. I was very disappointed. There are Christian channels or Muslim Islamic channels with millions of followers, and basically something so important like Suddha Sanmarga is not getting the worldwide recognition. And so me and Vito got connected and say, let's start something. Let's make sure that everyone can follow Suddha Sanmarga easily. Okay, not that it has to struggle with the books, with the learning, with the foods, the herbals, the materials that they need. And so here we are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super. Amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much. And just want to ask one question about that, about your family. That like, what it means. How has your family and social circle reacted to your choice to dedicate your life into Sutta Sanmargam? Because you already said by one word, like you are the one first person. Because choosing the Sutta Sanmargam pathway in Italy on a single hand, it's quite difficult. I know that. How you overcome that? The really
Yeah.
about start from your family, because your family also there, no? Yeah.
So how did I work on this? Basically, slowly things started. They started to accept this because
Okay.
I was very stubborn and insisting on this. Eventually, even then, they started to eat less meat, and I discouraged them. However, I was not able to fully convert them. Because they are really, there's too many things going on in them. There is ego. They want, because they see that even if there is vegetarian, it's a weakness. Okay. So obviously I came on all sorts of problems socially, and at one point I even had to cut some relationships, some social settings, because they were not good and they were not healthy. So so all it took for me was some being persistent and refusing. No, I'm not coming and to eat this. I'm not coming in this environment where you're cooking meat. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So eventually they had to accept it, and pretty much that's it. But just recently I decided to go full time on this because I would like to do something here in Italy to start some trust, some spiritual association.
Wow.
So I'm still finding the members. I found one member in Italy that lives in India, a very great person, and he lives in Auroville. He knows Vallalar very well, very rare person. But I fail to find people that know about Vallalar here in Italy extensively. I've been trying everything from offline to online, nothing. So, but definitely, I think we'll be able to start something and start to share the teachings of Vallalar here in Italy as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, Dino.
Yeah, definitely. Like actually, because of the meeting purpose also, after the session, definitely some of the people from your Italy, people definitely try to ping you. That's what we are literally posting this video in the online. Yeah, that will happen. Definitely, Valla do the miracle. So don't worry. Whatever you are feeling, the suffering, definitely Valla will be there and overcome all the suffering. You try to start that organization, the trust in Italy, and to
Mm-hmm.
expose the Vallalar knowledge in all over the Italy and all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, the world will hear your voice very soon. I promise
Mm-hmm.
that. You have that faith. I have the faith also, and you have the potential also, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, let's dig into the Vallalar concept like that. Okay. Um, Actually, how do you understand the core tenets of Sutta Sanmargam, like such as Jiva Karunyam and then the Arutpuram Jodi? Jiva Karunyam means compassion for all living beings,
Mm-hmm.
and the supreme grace light of Arutpuram Jodi. And how do you understand the core tenets of Sutta Sanmargam? What is the core of Sutta Sanmargam from your perspective?
So, yes, like you say, Jiva Karunyam, which means showing compassion to all living beings, from humans to everything that has a soul, pretty much, even the plants, the sprouts, anything. Like some people think that Suddha Sanmarga may be just to the animals, but it's not. It's even to other life forms, to the small insects, to the plants, the sprouts. Even when you're following the dietary guidelines, you're not allowed to take food that expels the soul, like the sprouts or some rooted vegetables. Okay, so. Uh, so this Jiva Karunyam is, it's really about showing compassion to the suffering living beings. Now there is, like Vallalar said, there is Parajiva Karunyam, which is preventing from hunger and death, any form of death. And then Apara, which is lower suffering, which people should still help. For example, here there's not much hunger here, obviously. Even in India now, it's decreasing a lot, the human hunger, thanks to Vallalar, of course, and Rupert Jodi. Removing the suffering from the living beings. Okay, even if there is, for example, some person suffering from hunger in Gaza, you pray for them. It's about the melting of the soul. You feel the pain that the soul is feeling. Vallalar in Jiva Karunya all come say to focus on the melting of the soul, to feel the pain. And even if you cry, you feel the pain, that is a great sadhana. Okay, many followers of Sutta Sanmargam have done the practice of crying a lot for the living beings. And even me, when I first started Sutta Sanmargam, lots of questions, why this universe is horrible, and like, will it ever change? Like, that one being has to die for another to live. Then I got my answers and the reassurance from Arupparum Jodi, and I really realized the beauty of it. We don't even understand the beauty of it. It's far more beautiful than we think, beyond our comprehension. And yeah, then another principle of Suddha Sanmargam is soul unity, soul brotherhood. It's Annameya Orumaipada. Okay, soul oneness,
Wow,
basically. To
awesome, brother.
see all the living beings as yourself. Okay, because we are part of this big reality that we call Arupparum Jodi. So we are in, all the living beings are in this reality, and this vast grace, compassionate light is, of course, it's intelligent and very supreme, boundless compassion. Okay, so because we are all one, we should also see all living beings as one. We should see them as ourselves. Okay, we should treat them as ourselves. And yeah, this is pretty much. And yes, on Arupparum Jodi, Vallalar represented them as a big light, as a flame, as a lamp, as a candle. And yeah, so these are the main principles of Suddha Sanmargam.
Mm-hmm. Wow, amazing, brother. Great to hear. And actually, as you said that practicing the Jiva Karunyam in Italy, it's not like Tamil Nadu in India, because the hungers are very less in Italy. So, how do you practice the Jiva Karunya on a day-to-day life, like how you're getting into this Jiva Karunya, the compassion, how you're emerging into this
So for
energy of
me,
compassion.
so for me, it's pretty obviously. I think of all the beings suffering and praying. Okay, even the ones I cannot reach. And if someone needs some help in something, I just within possibility, I simply help. For example, there was one person that could not afford, I remember, groceries. And so I gave her, I bought her the food, and she was so happy, really happy, and her happiness became my happiness. And I was in a state of bliss, in a state of anand after that, for several hours, okay? Like her happiness became my happiness, okay?
Wow.
And I felt very, very, very good. But yeah, sometimes there is people that may go homeless. I take them some food, or sometimes I see some animal struggling. I try to take care of it. Or sometimes I see some people struggling from ignorance, so they have some question. Even ignorance is still a suffering. Okay, it leads to suffering. So I just it's pretty spontaneous. Whenever I find someone requesting help, or that I see that he needs help, I help. Okay, so Vallalar insisted on doing active compassion. So this is how I'm doing Jiva Karunyam. And many people in time, big misconception is that it's just feeding the hunger. It's just not like that, because this is hunger in the bigger vision should not be here. Okay, everyone should be taken care of, because automatically, if you want to feed only by hunger, you just want people to suffer by hunger. Okay, so a good friend of mine, Santosh, gave me this objection. It's very good, actually. We're here to remove the hunger, not to create more, of course. So Jiva Karunyam is a lot of things, but the priority goes on hunger, because hunger brings a lot of suffering, and the person suffering the hunger goes through immense bodily suffering. It's cannot be put to words. So I think this is at least my understanding of Jiva Karunya on this.
Wow, great brother, amazing. Actually, Vijayalakshmi Amma having your own question. Ma, you go ahead, but you come on, ma.
Hi, Alex. Alex.
Sure, tell me.
All right. Just now you said you about your Tamil, right? Actually, we are very happy, and then your Tamil is very precise and clear. The way you are mentioned Arupperum Jodi, Suddha Sanmarkam, all these very clear and precise. We love to hear that kind of words from you, especially. Okay. Next, this question is from somebody else. I'm just asking this question on behalf of Hari. Okay, he wanted to know about your health issues, because you told just now you told that you already became vegan for 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So he would like to know your health status. Are you having any health issues because of your diet, right? Okay, that question is from Mr. Hari. Okay, and then another one, he want to know, do you regret you convert to vegan, right? Do you regret about your decision?
Okay, so in terms of health, I've been battling with a chronic disease, which was eustachian tube dysfunction. Basically, my life became impossible. I felt heavy fullness in my ears, and which also led me to do many stupid things in the past. All of this was because of my non-vegetarian habits, and because of an imbalance in the kapam, in the mupini of kapam, basically the phlegm. So the phlegm was accumulating in my head, and I had lots of fullness in the ears, and I could not do anything. It was driving me crazy. Actually, it was driving me completely crazy. And modern medicine always made everything worse. And I also lost faith in some modern medicine, allopathic medicine, because all it did was making the situation worse. And I even had surgery a few years ago, and it didn't work to fully fix the problem. So what made everything better was actually following the Suddha Sanmarga guidelines of Vallalar. Okay. And so actually it really helped me a lot, because basically my system balanced from following Suddha Sanmarga, and whoever follows the guidelines of Vallalar, that's the best you can find in nature. Because I've been studying nutrition, I've been studying a lot. It's something, the best thing you can find on nutrition, you can find on Suddha Sanmarga. There is the best variety of foods, everything, they can only be found in India, and you should be very, very proud of it. Because even if you try to replicate the diet in Italy or in America, it's very, very, very difficult. So actually, the system that Vallalar gave is the best in nature. Best, beats modern science, beats everything. Even Vallalar had a knowledge, I think, beyond the mind knowledge. He had the soul knowledge of understanding everything. I'm pretty sure of it now. He knew about everything. So if you are, obviously you have to be careful, because you may go through some problems. Like, for example, me, I was following, I was not careful for a period of time. Then I got a calcium deficiency, but it was my fault, not Vallalar's fault. And then I started to take more moringa. Sorry, I started to take moringa. I was not taking before, which is calcium rich. And but if you follow the whole Vallalar guidelines, you never have any nutritional deficiency. Especially if you're in India, it's very easy to follow. But no, if you're just careful, you'll get a lot of amazing health benefit. Amazing. Like, I remember after I started taking his Mukutu Suranam medicine, my sleep went down. I felt immense energies, like something completely, my system was restored. Something amazing. Everyone should be able to have that medicine. And to be honest with you, because of the difficulty of following the guidelines, I slowly integrated things time by time. But now I think I pretty much solidified. I know everything by memory of the whole Vallalar health guidelines. And yeah, if you follow everything that Vallalar says, you'll be amazing. If you follow all the habits, you'll be amazing. I think if I was even vegetarian, sorry, non-vegetarian, now today my health would be much worse, much worse. And it actually slows aging. It definitely slows aging, even to a point where obviously it's very difficult to go to the extreme. I'm sure you can achieve physical immortality. Absolutely, you can get a body that doesn't age, doesn't die. When you reach high levels, definitely, yes. So we're still discovering the greatness of Vallalar, I think. But to Harry, no, don't worry. If you go for a vegan diet, so obviously, I started from a vegetarian, lacto-vegetarian. I quit eggs as soon as I discovered Vallalar, eggs and meat and fish. And then I went vegan after some years. Okay, you can take it slowly. But eventually, if you really have the compassion, if you say, no, I'm doing this for the animals to cause least suffering, some nectar will be produced in the body. You'll be able to sustain yourself. Okay. Even I mean, I'll give you some testimony. Even some, could be a miracle. Some doctor gave the blood analysis of money, saying you should not be functioning because some values here are all off. How are you living? So, but still you'll be functioning very, very properly. So don't worry about it, because this is a science that goes beyond the modern science. So the science of Vallalar is the supreme science, I think.
Thank you, Alex. Alex, coincidentally today I met one person. He's claiming that dairy, about the dairy corporate business, right? They are trying to make it worldwide. Okay. Actually, this person is claiming became vegan is not reason to show our compassion, because he's telling that in dairy field, normally they will not do something to lose the business. What I'm trying to say is they will not torture the animals or do something to gain the milk or to get whatever they want to do the business. This is the this person's statement lah. But I try to explain to him, but still he can't get my point. But what's your opinion? Is that because he's telling that in overseas, like in New Zealand, all those countries, actually they are doing this business is vast. Okay, so in order to increase the business, what they will do is they will increase the numbers of cows instead of torturing them, all those things. So I think I believe you have better perspective or better idea about that. Can you explain on that? Do you get my point?
So this person is saying that we are not abusing and raping the cows. We're taking their milk. So for the milk, taking dairy nowadays ethically is very, very difficult. Like ideally, in the Suddha Sanmarga principle, you can take it initially, but the cow has to be naturally be impregnated, and then basically after the calf is fed, you can take the milk, and so after the calf is fed, you cannot take away the milk from the baby, and it's very, very difficult nowadays to get ethical milk. Near impossible. Even if I go to the supermarket, it's not possible to find that kind of milk, and you never know what the farmer is doing, because to make more profit, they will always do some. They will abuse the cow. So even me, I say I'm not going to. And even Vallalar said, even if you want to take dairy products, because the cow is made of ghee or fat, you should take very, very little, very, very little milk. Okay. If you can go straight to vegan, maybe initially you may need the B12 supplementation, and then from then, if you don't want to take the supplements, you have to have the grace of God in some way, and like relying on the nectars that Vallalar wrote about. At least that's according to my Visaram, which is the scientific method of Vallalar. In the book, we are writing how it's a superior method than the traditional scientific method, and so I really don't understand how he can produce ethical milk. Like it's very difficult to do it. I didn't understand this point.
Yes, Alex. He's trying to convey that in order to maximize, in order to get more milk, they will not torture the animals. Instead of doing that, what they will do is they will increase the numbers
Of cows.
of the house. So he's claiming that especially in Europe, New Zealand, all those countries, they are trying to increase the numbers of the farms. This is the person's statement. I mean, he's trying to convey that.
So more farms and more milk.
Yeah.
So
rather than that, torturing or doing something else to get the milk.
I seriously doubt that the business can be profitable by, I mean, it's a business, by producing the milk in a traditional way. I don't know what this business is doing. I would have to see all their procedures of production of the milk. But generally speaking, if you have to do in this traditional way, I really doubt that the business can be profitable or very little profit that maybe they're not happy with. And yeah, definitely, I don't know the context, so I cannot give a good answer. But I believe it's not possible to produce ethical milk nowadays. It's incredibly difficult. Very, 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 very difficult on a large scale. I don't think it's possible. And there is some form of abuse for the cow, definitely.
I do understand, Alex. I just purposely wanted to ask this question because after this, we may get the link. So I might forward this link to him. So he is actually doing traditional kind of business. I mean, milk, traditional kind of way. So that's his point. Okay. Apart from that, Alex, I have another questions. Okay, you are telling that. I mean, just now you already told us that you already devote yourself to Suddha Sanmarga, which is you already changed your lifestyle. I would love to know your current lifestyle. What's your, I mean, about the daily routine, and then what are you trying, or what are you what what way you are practicing the Suddha Sanmarga? One, another thing, Alexa. So you also share your view about Anmaneyam, which is we believe that's the ultimate teaching of Valar Permanar. I think you agree with me with this point. So that's why we connected, even though you are from somewhere very far from this land, you are in a different place, we are in a different place, we are connected each other through soul. So this is called like, all this happens because of this Anmaneyam. So what's your view? Do you think this is I mean, apart from this, is there Valar Permanar trying to convey anything else, or the core value apart from this Anmaneyam? Two things I'm asking value. You got Alex. So I hope you understand my questions. Thank you, Alex, for your time.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, lately because my life has been a bit difficult. I've been losing some discipline. I will admit that. But I try to wake up at very early in the morning, like Vallalar said. Wake up, try to reduce the sleep slowly, and I see like even modern science saying you should sleep a lot. But I think that it's more a problem that we're living in a system where it's very dysregulated. So we need a lot of sleep because of the bad food, because of or the terrible habits that we have, and in general promoted by the sick society. And I try to meditate for around 3 hours. Singing praise to Aruparum Jodi, praying for all the living beings, all those things that Vallalar said to do. Then I'm trying to live a simple lifestyle for now, and following mostly. Lately I've been very, of course, spending hours on writing this book, handling more on the Suddha Sanmargam side. And but yeah, mostly I'm trying to follow the routine where when Vallalar said, you have to do this, you have to do that, and I'm trying to follow as much as I can. Now, obviously, as we evolve, our routine also changes. Like I've been finding to having the need of some dietary changes. Like maybe I'm going from less solid food, more lighter food, or doing liquid fasting once in a while. I find that my body is adapting very well to that. It's just asking for this. So because we are in a complete evolution, okay, so there is not, I think Vallalar gave us some practices to do, but he in himself is saying you cannot follow. I mean, there's a lots of details, so I cannot share everything. But he shared the fundamentals. I think he shared the fundamentals for us to go through them and evolve, because it's about evolution. We are beings that are evolving. So everything we do eventually has to change, has to evolve. So we have to simplify things over time, I think. Stopping on relying on things, maybe on food, later on the advanced levels, stopping on relying on tools, etc. So becoming self-reliant, okay? Just like a Rupa Jodi doesn't need anything. So ourselves, maybe we may not need books or anything. We start to become self-reliant. This is what I think. And the great aim of Suddha Sanmarga, that's what it is. And yeah, regarding my habits, this is pretty much what I do. On Anma Meya or Maipada, yeah, so oneness is very, very important to see all living beings as ourselves. But maybe, I was discussing with Vino about the teaching of Vallalar, that he gave a beautiful example of a couple of people walking and then one person kicking by mistake a piece of clay. I don't remember very well. I've read that many years ago as well. And then the person fainted. And then when he woke up, he was asked, why did you faint? And then he started crying. Because I ruined the piece of clay. So maybe Vallalar reached complete oneness with everything, even with objects, he reached oneness with matter. He realized everything was a Rupa Jodi at one point, I think. So he really realized oneness, this big oneness, that we are a Rupa Jodi. So I think that's the extreme of this soul oneness of Annamaya or Maipadu.
Yes, brother. Amazing, brother. You give a great example. Yeah. They want to ask a lot of questions to you, but they are quite busy because this meeting happened suddenly. Okay. She's asking very intense question about you. What is the thing about that Anmanayam? She's asking, is there any Anmanayam or some other things else about Vallalar concept? And you define really amazing. And my question to you, because it's almost, we completed 1 hour, 10 minutes. Okay. Are you tired of replying the answer or it's okay?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. No, actually, my question to you means, because you are from Italy, okay, and a country with a rich history of art and philosophy, and of course a strong Catholic tradition also, okay. And I'm really wondering that, I'm really wondering that, why did Vallal Burman choose you? I don't know. It's an amazing thing. There is a question is there, then definitely the answer will be known by the universe. And when I'm, say, for example, because you are from that Italy, okay, and the practicing Jiva Karunyam, it's quite difficult over there because the things are there. And for example, what advice would you give to another person in a Western country, like who just starting to explore Vallalar teaching? what advice would you give to another person?
From another country,
No, not from your country or like Western country. What advice would you give to another person in a Western country, like, or from your place, like, about the exploring of Vallalar teaching?
that's a tough one. So you have to have a lot of patience. What you can do, what the material that you find in English, just go and read it. I found value in initially in the videos of Salen Kupusami. They were very valuable to me in the beginning. But I think he needs a better platform. And so my advice would be that just do your best. Just study. Try to learn Tamil. Try to learn Tamil if you can. Take your patience, even with translators. And nowadays, AI is really very good at translating. I've used it myself to translate difficult Tamil concepts and getting the nuances. It's very, I notice, very, very good. So it's getting easier, but still, I mean, it's far easier than some years ago. Definitely now, as of now, it's getting very good. So take Tiruarupa, take everything that Vallalar shared, translate it, read it, try to understand slowly every single thing Vallalar said, okay? Give more importance to his later works, like the 6 Tirumurai, Jiva Karunya Olkam, because first Tirumurai, Vallalar was still, in early stage. Okay, it's good to know, it's good to follow his journey. So try to go through everything. Maybe actually start from the first Tirumurai. So you start to read Jiva Karunya Olkam, Nidya Karma Vidya, apply everything from his habits routine. Obviously, be very careful with dairy. If you want to put dairy, make sure the cows are not abused, or just go vegan. Maybe it's better to go vegan, I think. Yeah, try to read all the works of Vallalar, okay? Be careful what's on social media, because everyone just interprets the message in one way or another. So obviously you need discernment, you need viveka. But yeah, maybe in the future there would be better study material. Now, regarding Italy, see, Italy, obviously we're very regarded in this world, but it's nothing compared to what Vallalar shared. Because actually what Italy is sharing in the cuisine, in the cooking, it's not even that healthy for the body, okay? And I actually had a big debate with my father. So there was a very famous worldwide recognized poet in Italy. His name is Giacomo Leopardi. And I told my dad, no, look, this Vallalar cannot even remotely be compared to Giacomo Leopardi. And then obviously, understand my father, he thinks there is some division. I am Italian, okay, I am Italian. So he tries to defend his heritage. You say, no, you're wrong, because he's worldwide recognized. Fame means nothing nowadays, because we are at the ending of the Kali Yuga, but it's still mostly a dark age in what we are in, okay? So even the things that are famous, they're not very helpful or very great. So what did I do to convince my dad that Vallalar was greater than Giacomo Leopardi? What I did, I took 2 artificial intelligence models, and I say, okay, you defend Vallalar and you defend Giacomo Leopardi. And if one gives an argument better than the other, you have to give up. So it was actually a very brief conversation between the 2 AI models. And eventually, the one defending Giacomo Leopardi gave up. He said, no, I give up. You cannot even remotely compare the two. One talks about God. He was a musician. He was a lot of things. He was a healer, a doctor. He made 6,000 poems. He talks about things that Giacomo Leopardi would not even be able to conceive. And then I showed him that, all the arguments, and eventually he gave up himself. He recognized. Then we had some debate on the Tamil language. He didn't believe that it was the oldest language, and that it was not influenced by, that Latin and Greek were not influenced. Then I gave him proof. So eventually people can realize the greatness of Suddha Sanmarga. It's really I am very sad that the glory of Suddha Sanmarga is not shared, is not popular. This is really what humanity needs, really what they need, really bad. And India should be very proud of Vallalar, like a big gift to humanity.
Yes, of course, brother. Not only India, to the humanity. All those with a big gift, amazing gift.
Greatest human being. Nobody ever matched him, like Leonardo da Vinci or Tesla. Nobody, Einstein. Nobody can ever match Vallalar. I tried to find better ones. Even I say, God, if you know a better saint, please show me. I was not shown. And so fine, because he's the greatest, I think.
Yes, brother. He's an amazing person, amazing mercy. It's met with compassion. He cried a lot. He suffered a lot.
He suffered a lot.
Yeah, he suffered a lot. He's saying in the poem also, he suffered a lot. Naan padum one song is that Naan padum padu narum panjidan padumo. Again, that kind of way. He wrote a book. He wrote a poem. Everything. He mentioned the sufferings. Everything he mentioned. Yeah. We lately will speak about the things, and through Rupa we discuss about the things. I will let you analyze the points about that. Okay. And okay, brother. And I just want to ask you a funny question only, because we are going in a very serious way. We just ask a funny. For example, if you could have a one-on-one conversation with Vallalar himself, for example, just an imagination question. If you could have a one-on-one conversation with Vallalar himself, what is the single most important question you would ask him, and why?
I will ask him, so when are all the living beings finally going to live happily? You say it will happen. When it will happen? I will ask him this, because I think in the end it's all that matters. I think pretty much that's the goal. And
yeah, that's the goal. That is a project Vallalar is running. We are working for the project. Yes, that is the project. Everyone should be happy. இகத்தையே பரமாக மாற்றுவது, ஆண்மனையை ஒருமைப்பாட்டு உரிமை கொண்டு. And okay, and another one question. Imagine you have to explain the essence of Suddha Sanmarga to a young child. Okay, you have to explain the essence of Suddha Sanmargam to a young child. How would you do it using a simple story or analogy?
Young child. So, young child, to explain the expanded concepts of Vallalar would be, I think in the book I'm writing something for how to teach the parents about Suddha Sanmargam.
Okay.
So like we say that the animals are basically, they are friends, they are not food.
Okay.
They are friends, and what else? Even some guidelines for the parents, like because obviously if you give them, some children are problematic. Like so, if you give them meat or tamasic, rajasic foods, their mind is difficult to control, and they cause you a lot of problems. So save yourself a problem, and give them sattvic food, give them pure food. This is what I'm writing in the book.
Very good.
But to teach, this is an example, like you say, animals are friends. Then you can say things like, it's a tough question. So I have to think about it.
Yeah. Okay, brother. Okay, and actually, and one more thing. For example, you know that Vallalar's disappearance. Have you heard about the Vallalar disappearance? No? Yeah. The Vallalar disappearance is a central mystery. Okay. I'm just asking you personally, what is your personal intuitive belief about what truly happened to you?
So Vallalar in the poems, he was saying that he got this blissful body, okay? He was suffering from no aging, no disease, nothing. So if you are already, in a sort of heaven, he was very blissful. Why disappear? Why? So contrary to other saints, and this is something recently that I had. So there is a misconception that many say like Manikagavasar or
Srinyana Sambandar.
yes, or I forgot the other saint, Sambadar. I don't remember the name. The other one that disappeared in the light. There's many instances even in Buddhism, in Dzogchen Buddhism, or of saints going disappearing. But Vallalar actually, even Manikagavasar was saying that he got this Amrita, this like Vallalar, his body was filled with this Amrita, with this Amudam, just like Vallalar, similar transformation. And actually, Vallalar said that Manikagavasar was, he's an allegory. He never existed. He is a principle that everyone has to embody. And so this actually gives more, I wrote this in the book. And
Okay.
So all these saints that disappeared, whether in Buddhism or other Indian paths, other Indian margams,
okay,
they try to escape this world field of sorrow and try to reach some heaven, from my understanding. And but Vallalar was kind of different. He said, "Oh, I got this. Now I want to give this to everyone." So Vallalar was to create a new race, a new species of beings. Okay, this is why more vegetarians, more vegans are coming, and why we are forced to follow to keep everything sustainable. So a new race of living being is coming. Okay, it was because of Vallalar. He sacrificed his body. He shedded all these immortal substance into all bodies, into all creation, so we can get the benefit, so that the universe itself is changing and being, so that more grace is coming, more Arul grace is coming. Okay, so this is my understanding of why he dematerialized. He merged with Aruparam Jyoti to bring the grace everywhere. This is what I think, at least my understanding of it. There was a curious case of one person that I know. I recently asked him. He knew about Vallalar, and but still he went into Dzogchen Buddhism. Why? Why did he went through into Dzogchen Buddhism? So after I asked him some questions, it was clear that he didn't understand Jnana Degam, the body of wisdom of Vallalar. So that's why, and there is a good argument that they give, but there is nobody achieving the same. Nobody in Suddha Sanmarga, there is nobody achieving this Jnana Degam. It is a very good argument. But first, how do you know? Maybe some being could be achieved in secrecy, but aside from that, I think because it's even harder to achieve. It's not. You really have to be a very big saint to achieve what Vallalar has achieved. So this is also my point. I think it's much more difficult, in my opinion. Much more. It's not for all souls, I think. This is my understanding of it, at least.
Nice, brother. And yeah, we almost covered all the questions. And I just want to ask you, see, have you ever experienced about the Vallalar presence when you are during this 10 years of journey? Have you ever experienced like Vallalar presence like that, in physically or in consciously, like any experience, divine experience like that? If you want to share with us, please share.
Yeah, definitely. So Vallalar, so some people, I think they just want Vallalar to appear to them. They want to have like this vivid experience, and maybe even if they have it, you know, instead of having a vivid experience that he appears in front of your eyes or something with some form or whatever, do you feel his presence? That's important. Do you feel like he's being with you? Okay. And if you're genuine, the answer will be yes. If you're very genuine, if you sacrificed a lot for following Suddha, the answer definitely is going to be genuine. It doesn't need to appear, but you feel the presence.
Yeah, brother. Yes, definitely, absolutely. His presence always there. Okay, because why we are connecting, because of his presence only we are connecting now. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Because our senses not capable to sense that presence, but by practicing the Jiva Garunya, the oneness of able to explore their other sufferings, the pain. Because of that, we are literally assuming that his presence is there. Definitely.
Actually,
brother. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Even from my experience, the people that say Vallalar appeared to me, I'll give you an example. We experienced that. You have to be careful because it could be all a trick of the ego or, what you call Maya. You definitely have to be careful with the people who say Vallalar appeared to me. It could be real, but you have to be always careful. But if you feel the presence, if one person feels the presence, that's all you need. That's all you need, definitely.
Yeah. And okay, for example, Vallala's teaching are often seen as a departure from the traditional spirituality. Okay, Vallala teachings are often seen as a traditional departure from the traditional spirituality. Did you ever struggle with leaving behind other spiritual or religious beliefs you may have had? Because you're from the Christian family, you have some religious, you have some beliefs, no brother. Because you literally come within the upper level of consciousness. Okay, this is the finest level and highest level of conscious in spirituality. And one more thing also, for example, see, nowadays there is lot of distractions are there in the modern life, like, and we have lot of distractions. We can see this, and you know that Valala spoke of a future where all humanity would live in a harmony. And for example, what you do see as the biggest obstacle to this vision in 20th century, like one side is war is going on, and people are eating the meat products much and higher than that. Day by day, that the eating the meat things are increasing, and lot of diseases are coming up. So we people are following Vallar pathway, and we are literally spreading the way of uh, compassion to all the living beings. Is it definitely going to work in this universe? Because in a world filled with instant gratification, distractions, actually, how do you maintain your focus and discipline? How we are going to tell to a neighborhood or a next of kin about Valala teachings? Will they really accept this pathway? That's what my question. It's a quite complicated question I'm asking you.
Okay, so First and foremost, you asked me about if I'm holding to past beliefs. So one point, even lots of things that you learn from Christianity, religion, or New Age spirituality, what I found, many of them to be false. Lots of things are false when you come to this path of Suddha Sanmarga, like so many things, like you have to go through a complete new transformation for when you go to Suddha Sanmarga. So you have to refuse aging, disease, death. You should not accept those things anymore. You say, no, this is not normal. I'm giving this up. And so yeah, I still have maybe even wrong beliefs that I have to clear from following Suddha Sanmarga, okay? Because it's about unlearning the things that we learn from school, from religion, from New Age spirituality, or a lot of things that we think it's correct, but it's not. And definitely you have to, we're always clinging onto something, I think, on some belief, on some untruth, on some falsehood. Now, what I see here, it's a problem. It's a problem to make the people, make them understand that our top priority should be to stop the death. Because at the end of the day, this path is non-killing, stopping the death, okay? Because from death, all sufferings are coming, whether disease, aging. Death is the ultimate evil, basically. But people have accepted that. So I see some people are waking up now. So maybe if we want to make some global movement for spreading Suddha Sanmarga, maybe more people are becoming receptive. Maybe it's all in the will of Rupa Jodi to make it happen. Hopefully, because we are all tired of what's going on in the world everywhere. We are tired of all the division and everything. We're all tired. So hopefully something happens. But we have to make it happen. We have to put the effort, like Vallalar said in Perupadesam. We cannot expect God to do all the work and we do nothing. We have to struggle a little bit and do some work, okay? It's the most important thing to spread Suddha Sanmarga. So, absolutely. And what I think it's happening, so what is happening is humanity is going through some dark period. So lots of people are depressed now because because of inflation, they no longer they can afford less things, okay, less material things. In one way, it's actually good, okay, because you are simplifying. So humanity is going through a period of purification. They are purifying themselves, and because I think that the night before the dawn, the moment is always the darkest. So definitely some suffering is going to happen. I think some suffering from the human ego is going to happen, but eventually after this suffering, then there will come the era of Suddha Sanmarga, and that is inevitable. I think in some time, some years, some things should happen, and I'm sure by grace, things are actually going very fast.
Yes, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the deep and profound way of expressing the things. Thank you so much. And in this meeting, still we have friends are there. Jailashmi, Amma, and Sadhu Hari, and Geeta. The three people and Vijayamma, more than 4 people are there. They are people are literally following Vallalar Sanmargam in a very. They're putting a lot of effort and they're spreading a lot of knowledge to their friends and circle and family. And we will ask them if they have any questions to you. Geetama, Ariya, உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் இருக்கா? ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் ஏதாவது வாண்ட்டு நீங்க பேசணும்னா பேசலாம். ஜெயலட்சுமி அம்மா அண்ட் கீதா அம்மா, ஹரியா.
Okay.
I want you to this statement.
உங்க வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுதுமா?
Okay, one second.
ம். Almost 1 hour 44 minutes is gone, but the time is gone very fast, brother. Mm. We will make couple of things also. This is starting the first one, and we can do this kind of and we can make satsang also, brother. Okay, and tomorrow we have satsang also with our friends. We can join that also, and yeah, maybe she's having some network issues, I guess. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have the question type of like anything, but I have really got an impression that your observation regarding that transformation of Vallalar Perumal really is superb. Your understanding is really correct way you have understood. So happy to hear that, even though you don't have it. So I just wish that you get the tools to learn Tamil, because Vallalar Perumal's stress, almost I'm telling that he is really told that through Tamil language, attainment of that eternal life, Saga Kalvi. It's really very soon you will get it. I mean, actually, he is telling like that. I wish that you get very soon the tool and come to that Tirur for learn in Tamil and reach the Saga Kalvi. Sure, sir. Best wishes.
I mean, I know some Tamil. If I have to read, I can understand something. Okay, but obviously, it needs to be perfected. Needs to improve over time. But I'm working on it. So definitely with time, even if I was in India, Tamil Nadu would be easier. Here in Italy, nobody speaks Tamil, so it's slower. It takes more time.
Yeah, you are right, sir. When you are here, you can learn it very faster than as you don't have the surroundings. Hope you can get the time, yearly ones, or maybe somewhere. No, you have so many constraints to come here. So better. So when you be here, just we would like to meet you. Sure. Come here and learn, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Really thank you.
Thank you. Nandri.
Nandri.
Super.
And we used to say that Vandanam also.
வாழ்த்துக்கள் ஐயா.
She's saying that Valthikal, she's saying also Nandri. Thank you so much, Majarech Mama. And the Gita Amma, she's asking one favor. She wants to hear a Tirurupa from you. Do you know any Tirurupa poem, brother? Any simple song, Tirurupa?
By memory, no. I mean, depends what poem.
Which one is very familiar for you? You like that?
I'm not the type of person that sings the poem, so I tend to forget them.
Okay.
I read them and I try, but I'm not in the habit of like singing Agaval or those things. Maybe I should start to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not that type of person that sings the poems. I've not done it, but I'll consider it.
So better you can say the Maga Mantram, na? You can say Maga Mantram for her also. Arutperum Jodi.
Arutperum Jodi, Arutperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arutperum Jodi.
Oh, Mexico.
சிறப்புங்க ஐயா. And if you need any help, like
Mhm.
say, I want to understand this poem, if you can
Mhm.
transliterate or transcript, if you need, maybe you may be using so many things, you may have the facilities. And if you need that, just contact sir, I mean, Vinod Ayya. We tell in Tamil that Ayya, Vinod Ayya, or Amma Vijayalakshmi Amma. Anybody, we will try to help you.
Yeah, yeah. I always ask for help from
Yeah.
Vino. I always.
Vinod Ayya.
He's very patient with me.
Yeah, yeah. ஏன்னா இப்போ வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஐ திங்க் யூ கேன் ட்ரை டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் இவ்வளோ ஃபார் அவேல நம்ம ஐயா வந்து ரீச் ஆயிருக்காங்க, வள்ளல் பெருமான் வந்து அங்க ரீச் ஆயிருக்காங்கும் போது அதுவும் சரியான முறையில, அது இன் கரெக்ட் வே. ஆல் த திங்ஸ் யூ டோல்டு, இங்க தமிழ்நாட்டுல இருக்கிறவங்க கூட இதை சரியா சொன்னது கிடையாது. சுத்த சன்மார்க்கம்னா இதுதான் இப்படிங்க அந்த மாதிரி. தட் ரீச்சிங்னா ஐயாவோட பிளஸ்ஸிங்ஸ் அண்ட் பிளஸ் இஸ் தட். ஐயாவோட அருள் இருக்கிறதுனால மட்டும்தான் இங்க நீங்க ரீச் ஆகி வந்திருக்கீங்க. எங்களை வந்து உங்களோட கனெக்ட் பண்ணி விட்டுருக்காங்க ஐயா. He had made us to connect with you. So we are the tools, that's all, nothing else. So, I hope everything goes on well. And just as எப்பவுமே விஷ் பண்றது, நான் எப்பவுமே விஷ் பண்றது எப்படின்னு, நம்ம ஹரியையா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் எப்பவுமே, இப்போ ஹரியையா இட்ஸ் ஒன் பர்சன் who was there in the line. Always I wish he has to get soon Saga Kalvi. Like that, I wish you also the soon Saga. The following that discipline which is prescribed by Vallalar is not so easy, as you say that.
Yeah, very hard.
Very, 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 in a minute level, if you go on.
Yeah, if you go, especially becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
Also societal pressure.
Yeah. So, அருட்பெருஞ்சோதி ஆண்டவர் is there, so being with you, he is there. வாழ்த்துக்கள் ஐயா.
Thank you.
நன்றி மா, thanks ma. She's saying you got her point. What she's saying, Alex?
Yeah.
Very soon you are going to be attain the enlightenment. That's what she's saying. Okay. Saga Kalvi.
Hopefully everyone also.
Yeah, everyone. Definitely, brother. But really, we are very, very happy, brother. See, amazing, brother. Because the people who are following in Tamil Nadu, India, or Vallalar, it's not a big thing, okay? Because the land, the people come from the soil, so it's easy. But I'm really wondering till now also, because you are from Italy, how it's possible? But it's an impossible thing you are making a possible. That's very important. That's why she said that. She said what she's saying is, whatever you need, any help, okay, they are there. We are there for you. Okay, we are there for you. You are my brother. Please think about, consider me. We are brother. That's
exactly.
it. You can feel freely. Don't hesitate. You can ask whatever help. We definitely ready to serve you. Okay, we definitely try to help you. That's what she's saying, and she's blessing also. It's a great word. And anyone wants to talk with then Ariya, பேசக்கூடிய சூழ்நிலை இருக்கீங்களா? இல்ல கீதா அம்மா, அவங்கள விஜயலட்சுமி அம்மா, நம்ம ஏதாவது சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்களா? ஏதாவது கருத்துக்களை பரிமாற விரும்புறீங்களா? Just want to say anything to your brother Alex.
Hi, Mr. Alex. Good evening.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Welcome to Suddha Sanmarkam.
Thank you.
I am traveling. It's not comfortable to discussing. Another time I will discuss. So my question is that.
Sure, go ahead. Any question, brother? I'm
Yo, actually, he's in traveling right now, so he's having a lot of questions and want to ask you also. And he is a person who knows very well about Vallalar, brother. Actually, he is a full-time follower. He's my friend also. He's my best friend, Hari. And he knows he's a full-time follower. He's always being in the form of Vallalar's pathway only, or else Satvisaram, or else Jivagarunyam, anywhere else. Because I am like, I am just a part-time follower only. Because I am a family person. I have a commitment. I should go to office and work for 9 hours, 10 hours. It will take 14 hours. And remaining time, I'm just keep on touching with the people. But that the person from Hari, Sadhu Hari is not like that. He's a full-time follower. Such an amazing person. Whatever the person, the Jayalakshmi Amma and Sadhu Hari and Vijay Amma, Geeta Amma, they are amazing souls. Really, they are very, 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 very good people. Um, we will keep on connecting in the future also, brother. Okay. We will keep on connecting in the future also. And yeah, we almost covered one. What is the last message you want to say to the people? Want to say to the world? And just
I don't know, I can say, do your best to follow Suddha Sanmarga and do it for all the living beings. That will give you the strength to follow, at least. Do it for all the living beings. That's it. That's all I can say.
yes, brother. And they are also very eager to see you in Tamil Nadu also. Definitely.
God willing, will be in some time, 1-2 years. Let me set up something here. Okay, get used to it.
Yes.
No, even me, I'm trying to create something here. I'm not said about it, but I told you, I took, a Siddha medicine course from an Indian institute. Okay, so I'm trying to, because here, for example, Ayurveda is very popular, but Siddha is not very popular. It's not recognized. So even we want to make a mission here to spread the teachings of Vallalar. My main problem is to I found one person in Auroville in India, like I said. He's Italian, but I need one more person to sign the trust because legally we need 3 people. And we also need, pretty much this, and also maybe temporary obstacle that I'm having. And no, definitely sometime I'll come to India. But if I come to India, I want to stay for long, not for a travel, for very long. I consider being in Pondicherry, Auroville. I heard Auroville has some problems now. Well, Auroville, Pondicherry, Badalur, definitely places to go. Very, very beautiful places.
Yes, brother. Bro, you should do a lot of work is there in the future. That's what I'm just dreaming of, because there is a lot of people trying to follow the pathway. You are that person anchor to pull them off, lift them up also. So a lot of things, a lot of service oriented things are there. I can see that you also. I wish you all the best, brother. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm very positive because this is, you guys need to understand that this is something very documented. Okay, even you say Jesus is not very recent. Okay, there is some historicity. People want also some certainty, right? They want, okay, but this saint has existed very recently. He disappeared. He had this body documented by this photographer. He had this light body. People want some certainty too, right? So I think once we start doing some work, if we guys come together, even you in Tamil Nadu, you should come together. Make a place where people can live following Suddha Sanmarga. Help. Let's come together. Let's do something. Even people from other nations. That's what we should do. I think. What our focus of the people following Suddha Sanmarga should do. Let's do something together. Let's unite. Okay. No division. Let's all be one. And sadly, I've seen some division. The people in Suddha Sanmargam, some people say they should be focused more on meditation. Some other people say you should focus on Jiva Karunyam. Let's also clear the things. Okay, let's clear the small divisions as well, and then we can.
The diversity is there. Yeah. Deviations are there. One is saying this, one is saying this, based upon their maturity and everything. Yeah, we should clear this also. Yes, definitely, brother. Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Definitely, brother. Okay, we are coming to the end. It's almost 2 hours. Shall we wind up this, or we can, or you? What do you think? My thought is I don't want to stop. What about you? I'm filled with energy only.
I'm very receptive. Whatever you
Ah,
want to discuss about, I'm very,
yeah, yeah.
very receptive.
Then I will ask you a question because I want to I want to hear from you because shall we go in a deep way like what do you think about that Anmaneya Urme Padu, like the oneness? Actually, you know that you know aware about that in Vallal Burman is saying about in Satya Dharma Chalai, is saying that disciples to surrender the three kind of freedom, like the body freedom, Dega Suvandram, Bhoga Suvandram,
Boga
and Jiva Suvandram.
Sudendram, Jiva
Yeah,
Sudendram.
yeah. Can you come again that? Three Suvandram, what is that Suvandram?
Okay, Jiva Sudendram is basically, I wrote this in the book. It's like people think nowadays that I am doing this thing. Okay, for example, Alex is doing this thing. But in reality, it is Arupa Runjodi doing it. So you surrender everything that you're doing, and you say it's just the divine doing it, and you detach from everything that you're doing. You're just doing your best, but you're not focused on the outcome. Okay, so even recently I'm into this concept. Temboga Sudendram is I'll give up all the pleasure, duality of pleasure and pain. For example, if something good comes out of it, I accept it with gratitude. If something negative, painful comes, I take it as a purifying fire, or in Boga Sudendram. Then there is the Degam Sudendram, the surrendering of one's body, that you surrender your body to Aruparum Jodi until it is basically transmuted to a light body, okay, to an immortal body. You surrender everything to God, basically. For example, from this perspective, and it's very important because nowadays, so basically, I've been trying to run a project. I call it Sanmarkam Life. Lots of struggle because, first of all, I didn't found the good founders. I've been very patient with the founders. It's been almost 3 years now. Now things are moving. Things are moving. And I just spoke with Giacomo today, and he told me he had a similar project. It's moving now, but it's been going for 2006. So lots of patience there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even sometimes the ego tries to come in and say, just let your father sign for it. But my father is non-vegetarian. He may be in the hunter. He may be not a good fit. So let's be patient. Let's wait. Let's reach out to people. And to the people that really like the mission, let's put them in, okay?
Yeah.
Let's put them in. And what else? Yeah, because even for this project, I've had one miracle. There was a very influential person coming in, could provide millions for the project. Then by grace of God, I think he pushed away this person because I kind of insisted, because obviously I needed funding for the project. And what happened was really a miracle. So what happened, I thought basically there was a lawsuit on this person that was coming, but reality was another person with his name. It was like a very big misunderstanding. Anyone would have reacted that way. So I said, oh, but have you done this? Like, I don't think we can continue if you've done this. And then he said, no, this is, you haven't done your research. Actually, I did the research, but there was a huge misunderstanding. Huge, very huge. And then I said, oh, I apologize. I made a mistake. Please forgive me. Then this person didn't forgive me. Okay. And so obviously God pushed away this person, even if it was very influential. Because obviously if you cannot forgive such a small thing, because it was a big misunderstanding, I gave all the documentation for it. And I gave all the possible documentation. He went away. Okay. So because this person would have actually caused problems in the, I think, So was God way trying to protect everything, I think. So because people operate on the worldly people, they're not surrendered. They're not like I mean, every one of us has a degree of surrendering. We're not fully surrendered, I think. But slowly with time, we all surrender eventually. I saw this great miracle, and obviously, if I bring this person as a founder and is not matured, it will bring trouble. Okay, so God pushed it away in a miraculous way, very beautiful way. He went away by himself, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, this is just something that I think on surrendering. Very important thing.
Yes, brother. And one more thing, brother. What about your future plan about Suddha Sanmarkam pathway? How you are going to explore? Any idea? What you are right now doing now? What are the works you are doing right now? And what is the future plan? And how you are going to explore about Vallalar teaching pathways to all over the Italy? And what are things you are planning and what are you looking for? Just tell us.
So other than the two founders, my plan was to make some short. I made some tests with the social media content. I'll do that. I'll then try to get influencers to discuss about Vallalar, and with a big following. Like you said, if we need, we will pay for it, no problem. And then to do some seminars in person where I share a presentation that will make them fascinated with Vallalar, make them fascinated. Then I'll give them the books, the book that we're doing. And the book is, the book I really was a huge effort. The book is both practical and modern. That means even the person that is new, it has a simple, I try to use a simple yet easy to understand language. We still need to, make some revision. And then at the end of the book, there will be a section with Jiva Karunya Olukam, Nidya Karmavidi, notes on the teaching, Upadesam, and another Manu Nidhi Chula and all of this.
Manu Murai Kandavasagam. Manu Murai Kandavasagam. Yeah.
Yes, and it will show the original Tamil line, then the translation, and then a commentary from you and me, or from other people that are very experienced, that they can give an interpretation. So even the people that are very serious, they can study that. The people that are new, they just get some concepts. It's less poetic. So ideally, I try to make sure that this book gets translated in all languages. Okay, so ideally that would be good if it gets translated. Basically, foundation for example, if you are in France, okay, use translate in France this book, so you can help the other people in France to do. I try to do this, just having a long-term vision.
Yeah.
And also once we are finished here in Italy, we will share it with all the people. Then, I will start. It will be a trust donation based. If people want, they can leave some donation after the seminar or after they read the book, and after they. I'm also, I don't know, maybe I'll order some products from Vallalar Mission. If they want, they can take them. They can place an order with them.
Okay.
And we're making a website. So because I struggle a lot following, ideally, if we make a store where people can order, they can get the products worldwide. That would be a very good thing to do. All the products possible, whether ghee, karisalai, tutulavai, musumusukai, Vallarai, honey, ghee, all the non-decay items they can get. That will help them. That would be very, very good. So at least people can find one place to get the things. Okay. And ideally made them from people following Suddha Sanmarga with principles. They are not abusing the cows. They are not doing those things. They are organic. Very important thing. because this is also a modern problem. So in the times of Vallalar, there wasn't pesticides, herbicides. So one thing that is important is to give food that is free from poison. Okay, very important thing. And because here in Italy, actually, we are very big on organic food, you know.
Okay.
You can get organic food very easily. We are very careful with this, and that's a good point of Italy. But yeah, I think if we get the ball rolling, people will follow. People are looking for answers that go beyond religion. They're really needing this because some things are not matching.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jodi, he put Vallalar historically with good documentation. And obviously, I need the help from you because there's people that know much more than me about Suddha Sanmarga and Vallalar, you and many other people. We even thought about, hey, let's put some seniors, some Sanmarkam seniors together to review the material, to ask some questions, you know, to make sure that everything is good. Because I definitely need that to ask from the seniors. Okay,
Yeah.
I need some guidance. Okay, I'm aware that I'm not Vallalar, so I need some guidance. So that's it for now. My thoughts on this.
Definitely, brother.
On the project.
Definitely, brother. Yeah. Definitely, what you're looking for definitely will be placed in a handy way. Okay, we literally pray for that, and yeah. And the Jailashmi Amma, she leave that conversation. She has some work. She leave that. Okay, and then yeah, about that. The one more question is from Vijayalakshmi Amma. She asking about what is your understanding about sadhana? Sadhana.
Sadhana, doing the practice.
Yeah, practice. What kind of practice you are doing now? See, what is the understanding about your sadhana, and what kind of practice you are doing? That's it.
So sadhana comes from the food you do, the food you eat is sadhana. The meditation that you do, the prayers, the everything you do is sadhana. Everything is sadhana. A lot of things is sadhana, basically. I'm trying to follow as best as I can. I know there are people that are doing much better than me. Definitely. They're able to follow better because of karmic reasons than me. So I'm just trying to do my best. So yeah, I try to follow as much as I can the food guidelines. So what's important in this book, see, some people, for example, they will not be able to get Siraga Samba rice, okay? They will not be able to get something, the practical things, even if we make a store or anything. So what I did, I found some alternatives myself. Like instead of taking Siraga Samba rice, I tried Siraga Samba rice. It's the best variety of rice that you can find in nature. Very easy to digest, preserves the Ushna, the body heat. It preserves Vata, Pitta, and Kapam, the Mupinis. It's a great variety of rice you can find in India, not in Europe, not in America. And so obviously I'm not every time ordering rice from India. So what I'm doing, I put some alternative similar, for example, basmati rice or black rice or some local rice that's similar.
How many times you are eating per day, brother? How many times you are eating per day?
I would say one.
One time a day.
But some periods I fast. Maybe it's in liquid form because it's lighter to me. It keeps me awake. It keeps me light. Okay.
How many hours you are sleeping? How many hours you are sleeping?
Today I did 4, I think. 4
hours.
But there was periods.
Yeah, go ahead.
There was periods that I was doing much less.
Okay.
But see, obviously, we are dealing with the karma. What happens? So it's about not losing the momentum. Now I'm getting more strength, because also many other things were not good in my life. Like I was running some business in social media, in this and that, in which eventually you have to, even if you want to follow properly, you have to dedicate full time, and you have to be honest, right? What are you doing? And like, it's like you have two wives, okay? You have to be committed to one at one point.
Yeah.
You have to be committed to one thing, to one God, to one. You cannot do too many things. It's not practical. So I went into a period of some depression, okay? And depression, then you sleep more, you lose the discipline, then the sleep increases, the food increases, okay, or decreases, depends. So people definitely, you may, if you don't have the love for all the living beings, you know. And also what I realized, I have to do some more active service.
Okay.
Like I need to speak about Suddha Sanmarga. You can't just, okay, I was helping whatever for my code, but I have to do some meaningful work, like some work that is aligned with Suddha Sanmarga, or I'm not completely following Suddha Sanmarga. For example, let's say you are a dietitian, you can say, I'm a dietitian and I follow the Suddha Siddha Paityam principles of Vallalar, the nutritionary Suddha Siddha principles of Sanmarkam, okay? You can specialize on that, because you have to do some meaningful work. For me, it would be about divulgating all the knowledge. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, so I cannot give here in Italy. In India, it's a bit different. After I finish this diploma of Siddha medicine, I can get a job. But here in Italy, I'm not a medical doctor, so I cannot give or prescribe. I cannot diagnose and prescribe medicine, but I can give for information purposes, okay? Because I don't want to get into trouble, legal trouble, of course.
Yeah.
And
Alex, one more thing, Alex. What is your understanding about Sattvisaram? What is it mean to you?
Yeah. Sattvisaram is a big topic, so it's incredible. So we wrote a big article on that on the book, that all this knowledge that we take from modern science is Mayan, illusionary knowledge.
Okay.
Because see, even an object, it appears solid, but it's made of atoms, molecules. So the scientists are getting illusionary knowledge. Also, it has become like a religion.
Yeah.
Like if you have money, you can. This is why I also gave up science. Myself, the modern. Although in the book I provide some scientific reference of, for example, the studies that show that Karisala is effective for the liver and the air. I put a lot of scientific references, even for the scientific person.
Okay.
Okay, but this external method of acquiring jnana is not very good. It can be corrupted. It can lead to mistake. Even scientists find, oh, I made a mistake. This is what we found. Is not the ultimate truth. Okay, happens a lot of times. Or also the spiritual things, they don't like them. They don't want to get into metaphysics, which could be very important instead. It should be the opposite.
Okay.
So Sattvisaram, it's us using thinking. Okay, actually thinking. For example, Vallalar example, like should we wear the earrings? Okay, many people in India, they put these earrings, nose earrings, piercings. You say, well, if God wanted us to wear the earrings, he would have placed holes in it. So we should not wear the earrings. They are bad for the body. Same as for the tattoos, same for the piercings. Okay. So through these questions, through these inquiries, we say, Aruparam Jodi, please, I'm suffering from ignorance. Help me to get this understanding. And then we do it with other people, with other friends that are on the same level of understanding. We do this visaram, okay? So collectively or alone. And through this sadvisaram, we can get to know the nature of the cosmos, the nature of the universe, of Aruparam Jodi, of the soul, of everything. We can understand everything. It's amazing even on the Vino, on the Agam, Magapuram, Purapuram. Those things that Vallalar shared with us, they are amazing understandings, and science is just at the level of the mind, understanding of the mind, not at the, I think not even at the Jivan or at the Anma level. Okay, so a very superficial understanding. But with this Sadvisaram, we can understand everything perfectly without a mistake. Like how did Vallalar knew about so many things? It's like everything he said is ultimate truth on one point. Maybe, obviously, in the beginning, he was following some Saiva Siddhanta, some religion, something like that. It was not the ultimate truth. But in the later stage, his knowledge, his jnana was boundless, like Aruparam level, Jodi level of knowledge, like boundless knowledge.
By surrendering that three freedom, he's getting that, he got that God's freedom.
Yes, exactly.
By getting this, by surrendering, what do you think about that Dayav? What is that universal, brother? What is the word of compassion? He's saying the word of Dayav, na? He used to say that one. In a era, it means Dayav. What is you think about Dayav? What is the meaning of Dayav?
Dayavu means, and if I try to translate from English, it means love, I think.
From your experience, way you can tell about that. During the 10 years, you are experiencing the Dayavu, how you transformed. Before the 10 years, you are there, and now you try. Now after 10 years, how the compassion transformed you.
So that's a problem also, because see, obviously there are some problems because some concepts in Tamil you cannot fully translate them in English. And that's a big problem. It's some problem that we cannot do anything about it, because it's just barrier language. But it's like this concept for me is like worthless. What can I say? So what I can say is this: while love is conditional, pure Jiva Karunyam is unconditional love. So compassion is pure unconditional love. Pure unconditional, okay? Compassion has the trait of being unconditional. You say, oh, okay, that is me suffering, so I want to help, okay? I'm helping myself. I think if we have to translate something like this, and I'm trying to put it into words, maybe this could work, I think, but maybe it's not even acceptable.
Yes, brother. So, okay, we almost covered 2.5 hours. Let's take a break, brother. Thank you for giving you wonderful time. Thank you so much, and thank you for really your understanding about the Suddha Sanmarkam pathway. It's definitely amazing.
Nothing special.
Vallalar did a lot of things, and you worked hard also. Your desire, because your desire and determination and dedication to learn about the Suddha Sanmarkam pathway, and you want to survive in the Suddha Sanmarkam pathway, and you want to expose the Suddha Sanmarkam pathway to your friends and families in your country. The dedication, the determination, it's really hands off to you, and we are always there for you, brother. And I know how difficult time you crossed, and how you are the way of, because you are in a different country, okay. you are in a different culture and you are in a different food habit and everything. But the Suddha Sanmarga is different. But you really sacrifice for all the sake of Vallalar, Arutperenjodi, the compassion to all the living beings. You sacrificed all. It's really hands off to you, brother. And
I can sacrifice more. That's for sure.
We want to sacrifice. We want to melt like a we want to melt like a
candle.
Candle. Yeah. We want to melt like a candle, like a compassion, brother. Definitely, brother. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Thank you so much for your patience. And you answered me all the questions. And we keep on doing this. And they also want to hear from you a lot. And if it is possible, and every Friday we can make some things happen.
Yeah. I'll be happy to. I'll be happy.
Happy, yeah. Because nowadays, today she's driving a car, she's in driving, and my brother Hari also is traveling in the bus also. So next Friday we can meet on the same time, like 5:30 or 6 o'clock. We can make, because they also want to share a lot of things to you. Yeah.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay, brother.
I'll be happy to. I'm doing full time, no problem.
Yeah, we are part time. You are full time guy. Yes, and. She'll take the he says okay. And Geeta, I'm also wishing you all the best. And thank you so much, brother. And we are in the final end. We just want to pray that Maga Mantra, and we end up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, start.
Okay.
You can pray for that, brother. I will follow you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Arupperunjodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arupperunjodi.
Arutperum Jodi, Tani Perum Karunai, Arutperum Jodi. எல்லா உயிர்களும் இன்புற்று வாழ்க, கொல்லா விரதம் குவலயமெல்லாம் ஓங்குக, வள்ளல் தெய்வ திருமலரடி வாழ்க வாழ்க வாழ்க, தகர ககர நடன அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி என்னும் இயற்கை உண்மை தமிழே ஓங்குக. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். Thank you so much, brother. Arutperenjodi. Thank you
care,
so much,
guys.
Yeah.
Take care, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Vijayalakshmi Amma. Thank you, Ariya. Thank you, Geeta Amma. நன்றி. நம்ம அடுத்த வாரமும் தொடர்ந்து இந்த விஷயத்தை நம்ம கலந்துக்கலாம். நீங்க உங்களுக்கு இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணலாம்னா அடுத்த வாரமும் வெள்ளிக்கிழமை நம்ம இந்த டைம்ல வந்து சந்திக்கலாம், பேசலாம், சத்விசாரம் பண்ணலாம். இன்னும் உங்களால பேச கருத்துக்களை நீங்க பகிர்ந்துக்கலாம். அவரும் நிறைய தெரிஞ்சுக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு. He wants to learn from us and we want to learn from him also. So we can, this is a give and take policy. பண்ணலாம். திருவருள் துணையோடு we will see you next week.
See you next week, guys. Take care. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Arutperenjodi, Tanipperungarunai, Arutperenjodi. Love you, Alex. Bye, Alex. Thank you so much, Alex.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.